On episode 5 of Survivor, Jake passes out again from what he basically says is lack of energy. But it is the second time that has happened, so I'm starting to get a little bit worried. Luckily, Lulu wins the immunity challenge along with Reba, winning them a nice reward of fish and sending Belo to tribal council where the 5th person was voted off of Survivor 45. Hey y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Survivor 45, episode 5. So if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. So tonight, not only is there an immunity challenge with a reward of food, but there is also a bonus reward of a journey. As I mentioned in the opener, Reba wins the first place of this challenge, so they get to decide who is going to go on this journey. Austin, Kelly, and Jay are the ones who get chosen to go on this journey. They have to make a very tough decision between sandwiches, which is very tempting on day 10 or 11 or whatever day they're on, or an omelet, which again has a lot of convoluted nicks and knacks to it. So because there are 3 of them, there are 3 omelettes up for grabs. And of course, as we've seen in New Era Survivor, the less that are in play at any given time in the game, the more power they have. So if all 3 of them are in play, then that means that the 3 of them get an extra vote. If there are 2 in the game at any given time, that means they get a still a vote. And if there's only 1, it acts as an idol. So of course there is an incentive to vote out at least 2 of those people so that the 1 person left can use that as an idol. And I have to agree with Austin, that does put a target on all of their backs as soon as we make it to the merge. And we know that the merge is coming up next week and it's going to be a showdown right away. So on to Lulu Tribe. Jake has another seizure, or a mini seizure, and passes out. And Kelly is like, this is the second time that this has happened to you. Are you good? And he's like, yeah, I'm totally fine. I'm just like dehydrated or, lack of sleep or lack of food. And to be honest, I'm a little shocked that medical at this point is just not stepping in. I know that they do their best not to get involved in the game, but bro has passed out twice now. And he's not just passing out, like he's literally convulsing as he's passing out and having these kind of mini seizures. So I don't know. I feel like if it happens again, somebody's going to be like, okay, time out, Jake. We're done. Or if it happens during a challenge, Jeff is definitely going to say something. Then, of course, because this is 90-minute Survivor, they have time to go into the story about how Jake has recently lost a lot of weight. So he probably is physically in the best health that he's been in a while. But clearly there is something going on with his body. And yeah, I'm just surprised that nobody is like, pull him out the game. But he said he don't want to go, so I guess they let him stay. So Katara got a moment alone and immediately started looking for an idol and immediately got herself caught looking for an idol. Even though she isn't exactly my cup of tea because she keeps coming at Bruce, I was happy that she decided to go looking for an idol because we all know that idols exist in this game, and I don't like when people act like they don't want to find them. Like, we know you want to find them. That being said, I probably would have respected her a little bit more if when she was caught looking for an idol, she would have just been like, yeah, y'all weren't here. I wanted to go look for an idol. Why not? And I think her tribe probably would have respected her a little bit more because they all saw her do it. She thought she was like, oh, I'm just looking for papaya. Girl, why you ain't out here looking for papaya. You out here looking for an idol. Just admit it. You ain't got to be scared to say it. I will say I may not agree with her gameplay, but I do agree with the fact that she wants a push present. Bruce didn't seem too happy about it, but I think that push presents are the present and the future, and every woman should get one. Because like she said, you are literally bringing life into the world. And you should get something for that. So Kelly, I think this might be my first time talking about Kelly. I mean, no tea, no shade, but up until this point, she hasn't really been relevant in the game. But for some reason, it seems like everybody is vying for her attention and for her vote now. So come merge, she might become valuable, or she might just fade off into the background again. We'll see what happens next week. So Reba, if anybody needed to lose this challenge, it was Reba. Because they were a tribe divided. And getting them down to 3 people might have helped them figure their shit out a little bit better. You know what I never understood about the game of Survivor? Having the numbers to get somebody voted out, but then choosing to rearrange that vote when you have a clear shot at doing it. Dee and Julie have the numbers, because they have Jay, to get Sifu out, which is who they wanted to get out last tribal council, but Sean quit. So why would they be sitting there trying to figure out a way to blindside Jay when Jay's already on their side to get out Sifu, who they wanted to get out before the merge anyway? Like, just do what y'all wanted to do while you have the numbers on your side. But now it doesn't even matter because they're about to merge. And I feel like Julie and Dee, the 2 peas in the pod, are probably about to split up real soon. And at the end of it all, Sifu ends up being in a much better place because now he's going to the merge and he could build new alliances. He doesn't even need them anymore. I will say I do agree with Dee on this. Sean really did throw them all under the bus. So Sifu was pissed that his name came up after tribal council like any rational person would be. And he's asking around, oh, did you say my name? Did you say my name? Dee's lying. We find out that she's the one who wrote his name down. And Sifu knows that one of them did it because Sean flat out said, I didn't vote for you. And why would somebody who is not going to be on the jury, has literally no skin in this game, lie about who they voted for when they are choosing to exit the game of Survivor? So Sifu knows that Sean didn't lie about that. So really, Sean did kind of throw everybody else under the bus and did kind of blow up their game. But at the end of the day, now it doesn't matter. They still should have went ahead and voted for Sifu. I have seen it play out in Survivor before. I forget which season or seasons it was. But just because someone is begging you to vote them out doesn't mean that you have to vote them out. Sean could have been like, I want you guys to write my name down, and they could have still went ahead and wrote Sifu's name down, and then Sifu would have been voted out, and if Sean really wanted to go, then Sean would have quit. For someone to exit Survivor, they don't have to be voted out. They can very well quit. Now, they might get respected more if they say, write my name down, and they get voted out, but really that is still a quit. So if Sean wanted to quit that bad, they should have let him quit. And then they still could have got the objective of getting Sifu out. So I don't really understand that play at last tribal council. They could have all still wrote down Sifu's name, and then they wouldn't even be in this situation now. And now it's all for naught because we about to merge and Sifu's about to come for all of them. Reba also was kind of be a little sneaky though, because they were like, we're gonna send Austin on the journey because we want to find out things about the game. Why would y'all say that? Y'all know damn well his tribe is gonna be like, has Austin been talking? That's what I would think anyway. So Belo Tribe was real delulu on their intro scene. They were talking so much about food that I knew the reward was going to have something to do with food because the editors wouldn't have kept all of that food conversation in. So I already knew that food was going to be a part of the reward. Nevertheless, they didn't win, so I didn't even get the damn food. So yeah, Austin is the one that gets chosen to go on the journey. And when he got back and he lied about what happened on that journey, I was shook because I didn't think he would lie to his tribe like that. He was honest about the fact that the sandwiches were there, but he completely made up the sweat challenge, and he sold that damn lie because I was like, oh, I almost thought for a second, like, was there a sweat advantage? No, he's just a good liar. And now it doesn't even matter because he's about to merge. And he's also going to merge with that amulet. For some reason, it feels like advantages gravitate towards Austin. He played every single advantage that he had tonight and ended up saving Drew because of it. He played the idol to save Drew, so he lost his vote, but he had the goodwill advantage, so he was able to use that to steal a vote, and that's how he had that vote that ended up getting rid of Brando. And Kendra was shook. She was like, Brando, what happened? You on the bottom, girl. And to be honest, I don't really consider that a blind side of Brando. I consider that a blind side of Kendra because she seemed way more shocked than he did. It might be all for the better because Brando was definitely playing the game very well. He was lying straight to Emily's face, and she was like, I believe you, Brando. Luckily, Austin came back and turned that back around for Drew because Drew was getting ready to go home. All of that aside, this game is getting ready to completely change next week because we all know that once the merge happens, it's a whole new game of Survivor, so I cannot wait for that. I'll be back here each week to talk about every new episode, and I usually upload on Wednesdays. If you want to keep in touch outside of this video, subscribe to my channel. And check out this playlist if you want to see my thoughts on the other 4 episodes this season. And with that, I'll see you on this island next week. Subscribe. Guys, I had and kind of still have a major headache. I almost didn't record this tonight. I almost didn't watch Survivor tonight. I was like, my head hurts so bad, but I popped 2 ibuprofen and I'm here for the cause. I'm here to volunteer as tribute to record this on the day that I said I would record it. So don't ever doubt that I love you guys, because I do. And it's 9:36. Hopefully it only takes me like an hour or 2 to edit so I can go to bed at a reasonable time. And with that, I am out. And bye. And if all 3, and of course, like, my glasses are dirty. Dirty. The sandwiches or an event. Now again, this amulet advantage is again a little bit, and if there are 3 of them in the game, then that means that you get to. He was honest about the fact that I won't say I really honestly, to be
better at Coachella, I went to see Chica, she went to see